Hello everyone, welcome to StudyIQ IAS English channel. My name is Shubham Sagar and today we'll talk about a tussle which is going on and which has been going on for many years between IPS and CAPF. CAPF, very important. Why? Because if you see main syllabus, UPSC main syllabus, paper 3, GS paper 3, various security forces and agencies and their mandate. So an article published in Hindu like today, and today is 4th July 2025, and this particular article which published on a particular page I will show you that particular article at the end. This will like almost totally cover your this particular portion, this particular topic, various security forces and agencies and their mandate. What is CAPF? It is a paramilitary force. Under CAPF, there are other forces, SSB. This is not Service Selection Board. This is Sashastra Seema Bal. So what is SSB, ITBP? What is their mandate? CISF. So there are so many entities inside CAPF. What is this CAPF and IPS tussle all about? So let's have a discussion on it. So what was actually happening earlier was CAPF, the top post, in CAPF that was assigned to IPS officer. And CAPF people, they have come through a different exam, and they have issues with it. They're like, if, ideally CAPF people should be at the higher hierarchy of CAPF rather than IPS officer. The issue also escalates because Home Ministry is dealing or is the nodal ministry for both IPS and CAPF. You will understand all these things. Let's have a look at this. Supreme Court, they gave a ruling in 2024 that the higher post of CAPF should be allocated to CAPF people rather than IPS. And see the ruling. Supreme Court ruled that Group A officers of CAPF are part of, again you can see this. It directed that deputation of IPS officer to CAPF in senior administrative grade or up to IG rank should be progressively reduced within 2 years. There are different terms here, like CAPF is a type of paramilitary force. How is paramilitary force different from armed forces, And it's not like CAPF is the only paramilitary force. There is Assam Rifle, there is NSG. So you need to understand all these things. Why? Because again, explicitly mentioned in UPSC GS Mains Paper 3. So Home Ministry action. Despite the judgment, at least 8 IPS officers have been appointed to senior CAPF post from commandant to IG rank after the ruling. And that is the issue. That why is this happening? Is this a contempt of Supreme Court or contempt of court in general? What is your view on this? Do you support the CAPF officers rule, like, view that no, we should be the people who should be at the higher echelon rather than IPS officer? What is your view on this whole issue? So petitioners have written to Home Ministry Department, you can see here, alleging that these new appointments of IPS officer at different CAPF post, higher CAPF post, violate the court order and amount to contempt of court. I will show you the exact article at the end, but there are so many important things which will emerge out of this issue, this article. Background: in 2021, Group A CAPF officers filed a petition. Obviously, they are like, there should be an, you can see, review amendment of recruitment rules to reduce IPS deputation and promote internal officer, and that is what is their grievance. And people who will be becoming IAS, IPS, you should keep a tab on these things. You should know about these developments, right? So current reservation for IPS and CAPF, you can see here 20% of DIG, 50% of IG. These are one of the topmost posts in CAPF. They are reserved for IPS officer. Obviously, there will be certain amount of grievances which will be there among CAPF people. What is your view on this? Do you agree with CAPF people that at the higher echelon, more and more CAPF officers will be there? Should be there rather than IPS officers deputation. Expected impact: the judgment is expected to reduce IPS dominance and allow for faster internal promotion. Approximately 13,000 CAPF officers are likely to benefit. And promotion delays, you can see here, due to IPS reservation, CAPF officers, there is a stagnation where they are supposed to get promotion in 13 years, they're getting promotion in 25 years. All these scenarios are happening. Why it is happening? Because Home Ministry is controlling both CAPF and IPS. What is the solution for that? And should, as we have discussed, I think what I have done this discussion earlier also, and more people, they are of the view that yes, CAPF people should be there at the higher echelon of CAPF. Now, CAPF type of paramilitary force comprising BSF, CISF, CRPF, SSB and ITBP. We have to talk about each of them. What is Border Security Force, Central Industrial Security Force, CRPF, Central Reserve Police Force, SSB. SSB is not Service Selection Board. This is Sashastra Seema Bal, ITBP, Indo-Tibetan Border Police. There, do remember Border Security Force. This, if somebody asks you nodal ministry, you may feel like Defense, no, Ministry of Home Affairs. They are looking after border affairs. What is the basic difference between paramilitary force and military force? Paramilitary force like CAPF, which includes these organizations. Apart from these organizations, there's NSG also, National Security Guard, there's Assam Rifle. So these paramilitary force, they are trained in the manner like our Army, Navy, Air Force are trained, but they're not same. It's just like when you talk about judicial and quasi-judicial authorities. So judiciary, Supreme Court, High Court, etc. Quasi-judicial authorities, powers similar to judicial authorities, but not exactly same. NGT is, National Green Tribunal is not same as Supreme Court or High Court. Now let's try to understand the mandate of each of these CAPF entities, PSF, etc. So first of all, what is CAPF? Central Armed Police Force, group of paramilitary force. As we have discussed, paramilitary force types of armed forces, but not exactly that. It is not a part of Army, Navy or Air Force, trained in a similar manner. They are mainly for internal, looking for issues of internal disturbance, etc. On the other hand, armed forces is for external aggression or war. And most of these paramilitary forces are under Ministry of Home Affairs. They are responsible for internal security. You can see here, border management and support during law and order situation. And then there are different, if we go back and I show you this, BSF, Border Security Force, you can understand border areas they are guarding. CISF, Central Industrial Security Force, PSUs, you have NTPC, NHPC, those areas, industries, public sector means undertakings, their security, CISF. CRPF, Central Reserve Police Force, anti-Naxal operations that are under CRPF. SSB, Sashastra Seema Bal, and we'll talk about Sashastra Seema Bal, where they are, means catering to, is it Nepal, Bhutan border or something else. Indo-Tibetan Border Police, as the name suggests, India-China border. So let's have a look at this. This is important, very important. GS Mains Paper 3 explicitly mentioned these terms, security forces. BSF guards India's border with Pakistan, Bangladesh. CRPF, we have discussed, Central Reserve Police Force, anti-Naxal operations. You can see here, CISF, PSUs, as we have discussed, ITBP, India, China, Sashastra Seema Bal, Nepal and Bhutan borders. Remember it, very important from UPSC perspective. Both pre and mains, mainly mains, like more so for mains, and for any other exam you are giving. It has been asked multiple number of times. Now, key difference between army and paramilitary versus CAPF. Paramilitary or CAPF are sometimes used synonymously. We have seen under CAPF, all these organization comes, but paramilitary is not only confined to these 5 organizations. There is also Assam Rifle, there is also NSG, there is also one entity which provides protection to PM, etc. If you know the name of that paramilitary force, name it in the comment section. Oh my God. Now, this is the difference between army and paramilitary, or armed forces and paramilitary forces. Ministry of Defense, armed forces, most of these paramilitary, Ministry of Home Affairs. External threat war, we have discussed this. This is just a summary. And Indian Army, they come from NDA, CDS, OTA, and paramilitary force, they have their UPSC, CAPF, SSC and other exams. This is the article which we are discussing right now, and IPS appointments in CAPF continue despite Supreme Court order against the move. And now MCQs in front of you. Which of the following forces is not part of Central Armed Police Forces? We have discussed this. You should not get this question wrong. If you know the answer, post it in the comment section. MCQ 2, match the following. Again, if you know it, post it in the comment section, the answer of this question. PYQ 3, this is a question which has been asked by UPSC in 2008. Again, we have talked about border management, BSF. It comes under which ministry? So using that knowledge, you can solve this question. If you know the answer of all these 3 questions, share it in the comment section. Also, like, share and subscribe this video and more videos of our channel, so that we get more incentive to bring such videos for you, And again, if I will share this particular PDF along with the answer of this 2 MCQ and 1 PYQ in my Telegram channel, Fun Study with Shub, because study should be fun. Awesome. Also, sir and ma'am, remember one particular fact, that this is actually very important. If you are preparing diligently for 2026 and 27-28, the process is same. I will show you. If you have seen my videos earlier, you know the process. One thing which was not present in my earlier videos, this thing, price starting at 9,999. There are certain courses in 2026 batch. Let's say you are at a certain level. I will show you what I'm talking about. Batch is starting for 2026 on 7th July 2025. So if you're facing any issue related to your UPSC preparation, if you have even an iota of doubt that maybe I will not clear UPSC 2026, and here we are not only talking about pre, we are talking about pre-mains, interview, everything. This is P2I. When you will be, preparing for interview, we will have Honorable Anil Sarup sir with us, and he'll be guiding you out. He's a retired IAS, very, very renowned personality. We are very proud to have him here. Now, let's try to understand how you will enroll for this course and why I'm explicitly telling you this 9,999 course is actually very It's very lucrative, it's worth your money. So if you have to join, if you are, and again, don't waste your UPSC attempt. This is a very critical point. You know where you are at your preparation level. So again, based on that, 26, 27, 28 batch, UPSC is a long haul. It's not a one-day journey. You can join any of the batch. The process is similar. I will just show you for 26. So you will go to this 26. Here you will go to buy now, and you can see the before buy now, you will see the features here. You can see all these features. If you clear 26 UPSC, you will initiate all refund for you. All the fee will be refunded back to you, and all the other features. Again, I keep on telling people the same thing. Trust us. Trust any institute you join. Once you have joined that institute, trust that particular institute, revise that source multiple number of times, and then 75 plus prelims test, mains test, write those tests, and practice it day in, day out. You will go to buy now. And you can see the prices here, 36, 31, and then see this gold I'm talking about, 16,999. Huge difference in prices. Obviously, when there is a huge difference, most of the things you will be getting even in gold. I'm focusing on the gold part. If you watch my previous videos of, let's say, June 2025, this particular course was not there. Most of the prices were hovering around this range. So, and again, you can use my code SHS Live, which you're seeing in the bottom section. Prices of all the course will reduce by 7,000. Let's say you apply other promo codes. There are other codes also, only for today, India, etc. Prices will reduce by 6,000. SHS Live, my code 7,000. You can use anywhere, prices will reduce by 7,000. But what I'm trying to tell you here is gold course 16,999, which if you apply my promo code, it will reduce to, you can see here, 9,999. 9,999, validity 18 months. Obviously, the validity will be lesser because I'm assuming you're preparing for 2026, right? So why would you need more than 1 year, 6 months? So like, again, if you feel like, no, you want more validity, you can go for these courses. So gold, you can take it. Doesn't matter which level at your preparation is. This can act as a reference material for you. If you need any guidance in economy, polity, history, you can go to this gold course. You can access the classes, because see, what are the features which are available? These things are not available, one-to-one mentorship, MRP, etc. But live classes are there. If you miss it, you can watch it any number of times for next 1 year, 6 months. Lecture notes. So if you feel like you need these things only, you need proper notes, proper classes, and you want to watch it any number of times, you can join even gold 9,999 rather than joining the big one. Again, it's totally up to you. If you feel like, no, you need mentorship, you need MRP, that is mains residential program, which are for those people who have cleared pre. All these people who have cleared pre, they will live together and they will prepare together for mains and interview. So again, I'm talking about this batch, sir and ma'am. This is new. This is, I think, totally worth it for any person, who want to prepare, who just want to taste the water of UPSC, how things happen, what are the things you have to study, and more importantly, not to study. Go for it. Go for it. Use my code, get 7,000 discount. This 9,999 will be totally worth it. ठीक है sir and ma'am. So that's it from me. If you have any view on this IPS versus CAPF issue, whom are you supporting? CAPF or IPS people? You can post it in the comment section along with the answer of these MCQs. Take care, be blessed. Tata, bye bye.